They're going to be back at it again at 10:10 Eastern. They are off to an 0-5 start to the 2025 campaign. Only 4 teams, guys, 4 teams have ever gone to the postseason after losing their first 5 games of the season. However,
that's shocking.
The Mets, they were able to do it last year.
Yeah, I think, the hardest part about injuries that is just like, you don't know when guys are ultimately going to come back. Like if a guy on the back of the baseball card, we flip it over, we know a guy's stats, right? So if a guy has a bad week or they struggle in a few starts, you pretty much know what you're going to get. But you hope that Spencer Strider is back at the beginning of May. You hope that Ronald Acuna Jr. comes back. But you don't know yet. Any setback can happen. And when you already have guys out because of injury, Sean Murphy's out, you got different guys. And then you had some years out of guys like Osuna last year. His year was monster. Does he repeat that? And then you have this, situation where you lose a guy for PEDs that you were going to be relying on. So it's tough. You can't win the division in April, but you can lose it. And it is a tough division. The Mets are on their way up. Phillies are good. Washington is better. Like there's going to be a lot of looking in the mirror and what can I do better to help my team out today? And lucky for them, they got the right guy on the mound today. Chris Sale, the Cy Young Award winner.
Absolutely.
And that's exactly who you want. So that's who can end a losing streak right there as your starting pitcher. And that's the medicine
100%.
for a win for them tonight.
I said that I feel bad for the Braves. Kamyati said that he does not, Kevin.
Yeah, well, Dan's, you got a producer role, obviously, today. He was intern, he's worked his way up, and now when you become a producer, you become a little bit more of a dad, and now, yeah, okay. He should, because you're talking about Snit, like it was different if he didn't like the manager or something, but, man, how do you not root for that guy? I don't care if you were a Mets fan or a Braves fan, or, you kind of root for good people.
Especially, like, ever since 96, right? Because he was a Yankee fan, and the Yankees came back, the Braves were up 2-0. He could have a little bit of sympathy.
Yeah, and they gave it to him.
Right there.
I know.
Maybe have a little
Charlie
bit.
Hayes made a nice catch in foul territory. Like, we remember that. Scott Brocious.
Well, Demp, you just mentioned it. Their former MVP, Ronald Acuna Jr., is still on the shelf, likely until May, early May. Ronald Acuna Jr., by the way, the first baseball player ever to become the face of Nike underwear. Demp, are you buying what Acuna is selling?
It's a good lighting and a good camera angle for Ronald Acuna Jr. too. And don't sleep on the chain. Honestly, like if I had that whole package going there too, I'd probably go get myself some underwear like that. Just looking at it. Just from
I'm a
first
coconut
glance.
oil guy. I'm a coconut oil guy. When I get out of the shower, I'm straight coconut oil. Some guys don't use lotion. I'm a coconut oil guy, and you get that gloss. And yes, I am.
Is that the new
every
tidy
time,
whities, by the way? Are those what they consider
I put
tidy
coconut
whities?
oil on. I do like this,
do.
and I go over
I've
my
seen
face, and I go everywhere. I can't get out of the shower and do nothing. I got coconut oil, and then I go baby powder. That's a nice glycerine, and after, in the sun, on a nice summer day, I'm looking just like Ronald. You know what I'm saying? Waist up.
I mean, I'm curious on your thoughts on this, Sierra, just because, Kevin and I gave our thoughts. What your thoughts on this are?
He looks great.
Yeah.
He looks great.
Okay.
Chris Sale does go tonight, but how thin is that pitching staff now?
Well, you lose Lopez. That's a big blow because we have not got the results back from the shoulder. But he was, he makes the conversion from reliever to starter last year. He's so good that he makes the All-Star team. But he was on the injured list in August, again in September, and now here at the start of the season with a shoulder issue. And you have to wonder, is he capable of being that guy who can throw 150-plus innings? He threw 170-plus innings twice back in 2018 and 19, I believe. Can he make that switch back to being that guy, or is this an indication that he would be best used as a reliever, even as long as his shoulder is somewhat healthy? We saw his velo rise in Friday's game. He got back up. He threw one pitch, 98. The average velo was right there where it was last year, but he got 3 swings and misses the other day. This is a guy who I think he had, probably double-digit whiffs in 15 of his 25 starts last year. It just something wasn't right. He threw aside the other day. We'll see. But without Lopez, now all of a sudden you got a rotation of Sale and Schwellenbach, and then maybe Strider in 2 weeks. Now you're hoping that A.J. Smith-Shawver takes that big step this year. Who is Grant Holmes best used as a starter, or can he help this bullpen, like you said? When you use Hector Neris, he signed on March 3rd. You're using him with a 1-run lead in the 7th inning on opening day, and then all of a sudden you release him a few days later. That just kind of tells you the uncertainties that's in that bullpen. So, yeah, a lot of problems.
One last thing, big picture. 2 more against the Dodgers. How concerned should the Braves be? I mean, it's crazy early, but what level of concern?
Look, this is a good team. You look at Austin Riley, Matt Olson, Ozzie Albies. You've got Acuna coming, you've got Strider coming. Yeah, this was a horrible start. As the offense struggled, they had the 29 consecutive scoreless innings. The season also started with them chasing Michael King and Dylan Cease before the 5th inning. They just have hit a rut, and everything. If it could go wrong, it has this week. This has not been the schedule that you want when you're, things are going wrong facing the Padres and Dodgers. But this is still a playoff caliber team. The news about Profar and Lopez is Yeah, that's going to hurt them for a while. But at the same time, this team, I think, has enough offense to overcome what it needs until Acuna and Strider get in there and make this team, closer to whole again.
Okay, Mark Bowman again, MLB.com, covering the Braves. Mark, thank you so much. We'll talk to you under better circumstances, I'm sure, coming up at some point. Thank you very much.